Hello everyone. So in this video I am going to continue my previous class that I explained regarding script activity. So that was very basics like how to use script activity. So as discussed in my previous class, script activity is used to execute any kind of DML DDL statement on any of the database like a Snowflake, SQL Server, Azure Synapse, using a Synapse pipeline or Azure Data Factory. Both are almost same. Okay. Now in this video we will look into the basics, advanced. So click on script activity, go to the setting. So after performing a normal query operation, like in the query I executed select statement. So if I have to perform any other kind of query like insert, update, delete, I can go with the non-query option. So we will see some other DML DDL operations in the upcoming video. Now in this video I am going to explain about script parameter. So the script that we have written here, select star from bronze.view rate code, we can pass some parameter to this script. Okay, like we can apply where we can pass value using a parameter, right? So 1 minute, let me open first. I just want to see the value of this table, then based on that I will create a parameter. Okay, SQL script. So the script is running. Okay, so it has given a value. This is the rate code. Okay, so now what we can do, we don't want all the rate code, we want only a rate code where id is equal to 5 6. So we can give id in 5 6. Okay, so let's apply this here, where rate code id, okay, like let's go with the greater than 4. So it will give a 5 and 6. Okay, okay, now let's come to the pipeline. So here we can write a simple query, select a star from bronze.view rate code where rate code id greater than 4. Okay, so we can write and we can get the result. Okay, so instead of writing this static code, we can pass this rate code id value dynamically. Like let me show you where, 1 minute. First let me create the parameter. Click on script parameter plus new uh, rate code, just give this type, it's a integer type, right? So give the integer value. So either we can give a static value here like a 4, or we can get value here dynamically. So how to get a dynamic value, that we will see in the upcoming videos, like getting a dynamic value in a parameter or anywhere in the variable, all concept will be same. Okay, so here I am just giving the value 4. Okay, and the direction will be in, like, because this is my input parameter. So in the script activity we are passing this value. Okay, we are not trying to get value from the script parameter, we are passing this value. Okay, so here we can write like that, where rate code id greater than, now we are taking this value from the parameter, so at the rate and the parameter name rate code. Okay, so now let's run it. Okay, so what will happen, this query will take a value from here. Okay, And here we have passed the static value like a 4. So instead of passing directly 4, we can get a value from dynamically, like from any of the input activity also. So we'll see this first. Let's run here, debugging. Succeeded. Now let's see the output. Output should be row count 2, id 5 and 6. Okay, so it's a very simple, straightforward. And let's see the query. Select star from where rate code id greater than at the rate code, and rate code value is coming from the parameter. Okay, now I am going to perform one simple activity, variable. Okay, now let's give the name input parameter. Okay, just one small practical, plus name again input parameter. Type, let's give integer. Okay, now value, let's give 4. Okay, now I am just making a connection. Okay, now come to the script activity. So I created one variable and assigned a value 4. Okay, now come to the script activity, click on setting. So in the rate code, instead of passing this value directly, we can use this dynamic content, and in dynamic content click on variable and choose the variable. Okay, so now in my previous example, for the rate code parameter I passed static value 4, but now in this example, instead of passing the value 4, I am passing a value from some variable. Okay, from I created one variable here, and this variable value I am passing here. So instead of here I am passing a variable value. So instead of passing a variable value, we can pass any kind of value, like any pipeline parameter related value, any input activity value, anything. Okay, now let's run with this example. So it is queue. So okay, result should be same. Okay, let's see. Row count 2, it means same result. Let me show you properly. Value 5 and 6, so it's the same value. Okay, and here the query is greater than at the rate code, and for the rate code value is coming from one variable that I declared here. Okay, so now we will see output parameter. Okay, let's create one more. Let's give the count. Okay, integer 16. Okay, treat as a null, because if there is no value, then null. Direction should be output. Okay, now come here, and I declared output parameter name is count. So at the rate count is equal to count star. I'm just giving one example. So the count star means total row count of view rate code, where rate code id greater than 4. Okay, I am storing in this output parameter. Okay, and that parameter I can use anywhere in this pipeline. So let's run this. It's done. Now let's see output parameter count, and its value 2. Now let's understand how to use this parameter. Okay, again let's take one variable. We can use in like not in variable, even let's use in this script activity also. Okay. Okay, so I am going to use the output parameter of script one in two activity. One is in a set variable activity and another is in a script activity. Okay, first let's use in a script activity. 1 minute. This is my first activity. 1 minute. This is my second script activity. Link service. I already explained about this. Now again I am going to declare one parameter, rate code. Okay, type should be integer. Okay, now value should be dynamic, and in the value I will use the output parameter. Okay, activity script one activity output. Okay, 1 minute. So in the output we can see this is the output. Dot count. Click on script activity 2 in the parameter section. Dot output parameters dot count. Okay, so for this rate code value, the value is coming from the parameter of output parameter of script 1. For the rate code parameter, the value is coming from the output parameter of script 1. Okay, now let's write the query. Select star from okay, where rate code id is equal to @rate code, and this rate code value is coming from the output parameter of script 1 activity, and this is my script 2 activity. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, now let's run. Oh sorry, parameter direction, it should be input, because we are passing to query. Okay, now it is running. Succeeded. Okay, now let's see the values. Row count 1 and rate code id, id 2, rate code jfk. Why? Because here we written the query rate code id is equal to rate code, and rate code value is 2, and this value is coming from the output parameter of script 1 activity. Okay, so if again click on script 1, we can see we have declared one output parameter, name is count. Okay, and its direction is output. Okay, and this parameter is getting value from this query @rate count is equal to count star. So this is the way we can use input and output parameter, and again the value of input parameter we can get from the previous activity. Like here we get from the previous activity called set variable. Okay, so I just given the value in the set variable, and then I use that value as an input parameter in my script 1 activity. Then again in script activity I have one output parameter, and that output parameter value I use in my next output next activity that we can also call output activity. Like this is the just after this script 1, this is script 2. Okay, so I just reuse the output parameter of script 1 in script 2. So this is how we can use input and output parameter in a script activity. Thank you.